day's just the same.
And I remember before we had the session, Ayra told me she wanted to try a Fuji song. Fast forward to a few weeks later, we met in the studio. She mentioned it again. That was when I knew she wasn't joking. I had this bounce in my head, yeah. So it was now left for me to create that bounce with a 2024 type of kit. Gang, gang, gang. Give me that.
Louddaaa! Day's just the same.
So my name is Louddaaa, and I'm going to be doing a quick breakdown of how I made ORUN by Ayra Starr. ORUN is a fusion of high life, Fuji, garnished with lots of soul. I had this bounce in my head. Very, very weird sounding percussion. I looked this for a while, and I'm sure that everybody would be like, where is this going to? So apparently the goal for me was to create a 2024 Fuji song. So I was very picky with my choice of percussion. And then after that guy, I had this, I think from Splice 2, from GWD. So this plus the previous loop sounds like this. At this point, I was already getting the groove I wanted in my head, so everything was beginning to make sense. Of course, what is Fuji without shakers? The first one, the second one, and then there are four of them actually. This, and then the last shaker. So all the shakers together. So I'm gonna bring in the two percussion loop that I had it from the beginning. I can hear that Fuji flavor already. Brought in the kick. Locked already. I wasn't getting the punch that I wanted on the rim from the first loop. So I brought in another rim to add accents to that particular part that I wanted. Sounds like this, guys. And then after that, I had the open hi-hat. So because I used to be a drummer before, so whenever I am making my drums, I usually just imagine myself playing it live, or I imagine a drummer playing it live. And then I think I had one more hi-hat. Not hi-hat, more like go, you know. That is the entire drums. Apparently very simple, but that's everything. And after that, I had this Vox. This was my voice. So the idea was to, you know, bring in some African chants kind of thing. But this was the only thing that was coming to my head. So yeah, so let me play that without the effect. And then I had the reverb and some things here and there. That gives us this. So I'm gonna dive into the most interesting part. The guitar and everything. We were trying to make a Fuji / iLive, so it makes sense to have a live guitar on it. And then God blessed us that day. Godwin was in the other building rehearsing with, I think, Johnny Drill. So I was like, guys, Godwin is around. Let's go, Baba. And then Godwin came and then played this guitar, which happens to be like the main root melody of the song. Added some reverb, by the way, this is my secret sauce for my guitar. Every song that I've worked on that has guitar has this particular guy on it. So the guitar without all of the effect I added. You get, so with the effect and everything. Very soulful, and to be honest, I wanted it to be very simple, because Fuji beat of those days is usually more of the percussion and less of the keys. So the idea was to also bring in that, you know, more of the drums and then less of the keys or guitar or anything. So I'm going to play the percussion and the guitar. Shout out to Godwin. Godwin is one of the beautiful guitarist from Nigeria, Africa. Godwin is amazing. Yeah, let me quickly talk about the extra guitars that Godwin played. Those guitars came in during the verse and the pre-chorus. And that's just him strumming. I added this pad. I believe it's a pad. Yeah. You know, at this point, the whole thing sounds very soulful already. I was feeling something. I'm not gonna lie. So remember from the beginning of the video, I said I was trying to do a fusion of high life with a lot of soul in it. And in order to bring in this soul element, so I added this first. This was the raw sound. I mean, which is too close to the final piece, but I think I just filtered it a bit, and then I added an imager, suit, and then more imager, and then I added another vox. This is more like a pad type of vox, you know, just doing a thing. So I'm gonna play you the guitar with the soulful vox. Sounds like you're in the sky, and then let's hear that with the drums. And then I also added this roll from Splice to a few weeks later, I invited my bassist, one of the amazing bassists too, from Lagos, Nigeria, and then he played the bass. And then I added the synth flute. More like a pad and a flute. I don't even know what it is, but I heard it from Splice and it sounded good. And then I'm not going to skip this part. There was a part after verse 2 that I just knew I was going to put a solo instrument then. So it took me forever to decide if I wanted a trumpet or a guitar. And then by the end I was like, no, let's do guitar and everything. And then I sent the record back to Godwin, and Godwin decided to be proud, damn it, and scattered everywhere. I hope that's what I'm about to play, you know. Oof. The most important part of the guitar that really gave us that high life feel is this part here. Godwin basically just took us back to those days. It was giving me this Beanie music type of high life thing, and so I am just going to play everything.
Today's just the same. No worries for tomorrow.
And then lastly, very important, it's the last thing because it is the most important thing. What is the song without this thing? Do you know what it is? Gang, gang, gang. Give me that. Yeah, so thank you guys. This is pretty much how I made ORUN by Ayra Starr, which is on our recent album, The Year I Turned 21. It is out on all platforms. Thank you for watching Producer's Highlight with Louddaaa. Peace.